Call of Duty ranked play. For reasons unknown to even the almighty, there's a group of Call of Duty players who will willingly embrace matches even more sweat-inducing than those found in public lobbies. Some do it for fame, some for the women, and others do it out of their closeted obsession with this once great franchise. While Modern Warfare 3 is a step in the right direction and provides the series with a signal of hope, there's something awry. In Call of Duty Ranked, there's a few glaring issues that should be addressed. This is the ranked play problem. If you put some blood, time, and in most cases literal sweat into this mode, then I'm sure ranked play needs no introduction. But for all the innocent little casuals out there, ranked play is a 4v4 playlist which rules mirror that of the CDL or Call of Duty League. As you win games, you gain SR and move up through the divisions. The only game modes in this rotation are Control, S&D, and Hardpoint, with numerous weapons and equipment and attachments restricted from use. Now, to start off the very short but very brilliant list I have pieced together is an issue that isn't talked about enough when talking about ranked play. As a whole, the community is quick to criticize game skins that have the potential to give players an edge. These skins are typically labeled as pay to win. They're often very dark or wearing black gear, have some animated effect to give them an advantage, and others have been just straight up see-through. Some examples of skins we're talking about here are the infamous Rose Warzone skin, the Black Noir skin, and the Groot Nova skin, but there's been plenty others. In my opinion, the skins in ranked should be limited. So what I mean is this: in the CDL, all teams are wearing their team's uniform. If this game mode is centered around resembling the league, then they should try to get as close as possible. There should be no opportunity, not even the slightest chance, for any player to have a potential advantage. That's part of the reason why all the available attachments are unlocked. This helps ensure a level playing ground. I haven't really had any distaste for the skins in the past. I most definitely think some are over the top. I know they can get very pricey, and I realize some are more difficult to see, but to me, they're just skins. When it comes to ranked play though, when you're playing competitively, you shouldn't have to worry about confusing your teammates with the opponents or having to pull out a monocle to see a succulent shooting back at you. I could see people disagreeing with this point due to wanting to use the skins that they paid for, but at that point, maybe just certain operators would be just banned specifically for ranked. That way there's still a wide selection of operators to choose from, just no advantageous cosmetics. This way both sides can find some common ground while still ensuring that there is that level playing field. Let me know if you think that would be the best route for this issue, but don't type too long because the skins within this game mode are just the top layer of this onion. This next layer is actually bi-regional. I say this because I can't pin down if the maps are just ass for ranked, causing shit spawns, or if the spawns are shit and it's causing the maps to feel like ass. It feels like the chicken or egg question. Spawns are something that are typically found in complaints of COD players, at least in the most recent years. But while public matches have been filled with questionable spawning, the ranked experience just feels different from that. I'm not getting directly spawned behind or revenge killed, but at the same time, I'm either spawning 80 meters away from the hard point, or I'm in extremely close proximity to the enemy. There just doesn't seem to be much rhyme or reason to it. If the devs want to implement revenge killing in public matches, that's one thing. It's not something I agree with in that capacity either, but I understand why they do that. They're trying to assist skill-based matchmaking and giving people that 1 KD. Again, while I'm not a fan of it, I'm saying I understand why they, with the vision that they have for the game, why they do that. With that being said, revenge spawns or randomizing the spawns to keep from spawn trapping, that shouldn't be in ranked. The reason being goes back to something we just talked about a bit ago. This game mode is supposed to give players a level playing field to compete and earn their division. Giving player freebie kills, that's not doing that. They're just rewarding someone who lost the gunfight. While I think these maps are iconic, I never expected these open ass maps to be the most enjoyable and competitive simply because of all the angles, but if the spawns weren't more random than the timing of my bowel movements, then maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal. Luckily, they did remove sub-base though, so that's a major W. Good on you, Activision. Maybe them throwing in a new map like Rio or Greece in there would freshen the mode up, I'm not sure exactly what the solution to this issue is, because I just don't know what the devs' intent is behind making the spawns like this. I feel like every time they give us something productive, it's met with a step backwards. So are the spawns just plain bad, or are the maps just not standing the test of time like we hoped that they would? Before we get to this final reason though, I want to thank you guys for sticking around the video for this long. If you're enjoying, drop a like. If you're seething in disagreement, drop a comment. And if you're neither, well,
I guess we'll never know.
I'm not sure how much of a surprise this last reason is going to be to you, but this is potentially the biggest issue in ranked currently, because it trickles down to become multiple other issues. I would say at the bare minimum, it feels like 1 out of every handful of games is canceled due to uneven teams. Multiple times a situation occurs where I get disconnected, re-queue right back up, wait, get back into a game just for it to cancel again due to uneven teams. I've been fortunate to only lose SR one time from this, but I've read posts and comments about players who've lost a ton of SR due to disconnecting, not just from uneven teams. I understand losing one player right before the game starts every once in a while. Network connection and people playing the game, it can't always be completely consistent. Networks are going to go out, power is going to go out, people are going to drop connection. But I think what's a shock to me the most is how long it takes for me to find a match sometimes. And I always assumed it was because it was looking for similar skilled players to match with. But if it's going to take that long, then it should be expected that the game be able to actually start. All in all, I really enjoy ranked play. For me, it's just so much more fulfilling than public lobbies, because even though I'm playing against other competitive players and I'm sweating my ass off, at least I'm working towards something. In pubs, I'm just burning calories to hear the enemies say something about my mom after the match. Have you guys played ranked this year yet? Are you waiting for season 2? Let me know below, and as always, I appreciate your time, I appreciate your support, and I'm gonna see you next time. Deuces.